Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising to my brothers and my sisters, kings and queens, God and goddesses in the four corners of this beautiful planet we call Mother Earth. How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ocean of Truth. I'm your host, Rabenu, and today I'll be doing part 2, the continuation of yesterday video, how evil entities hijack women against their partners. Yes, let's get into it. But before I get into it, don't forget like and share. Don't forget hit the subscribe button. Run it up, run the likes up. Don't forget to drop a comment. Share your thought on the videos. List where you're from. Keep it civilized, because any uncivilized stuff will not be tolerated and will get blocked immediately. So let's get into it. Yes, I had to come today with part 2 because yesterday I had to keep it calm and collective, you know. It was the timing when I did it, I had to just, the timing of the video was in the night and how the energy was, I had to just bring the first part so. But in the second part, I'm gonna go in a little even deeper to wrap it all up. So, if you didn't watch the last video, you need to watch the last video. How witches hijack women against their partners. You need to watch it so you're going to understand this one. Let's dive into this. So don't forget what the story I was telling you about my grandmother and my father. Okay, how my grandmother used to warn my father about my mother, but he never listened. And it even reached so far that they stopped talking and she passed and they wasn't speaking. Okay, today, as I'm speaking, right? The evil entities, right? 13 years ago already took the mask off. And at this moment has already fully manifest the evilness. What the plan was 30, 40 years, 50 years ago. Well, now today, at this time, it's fully manifested. When my father died, he had 2 sons. Me and my brother. He built a house for us, he built a home. Before he passed, he and my mom was divorced. He kicked her out because she brought him to the courthouse and wanted a divorce. So he kicked her out and gave her a divorce, and that's what it is. But she couldn't take it because he went with the other lady as normal. He went with the other lady. And it was so called that he went with a Spanish lady. Let me give y'all a story. That's what she said. And that's what it was. He was with a Spanish lady, a co-worker of his on his job. And she couldn't take that she was out of this house, what he bought, what he built. He took a mortgage out of the bank and he built this home. Or he built it for his kids. And her eventually. But when things got things got rocky and she went and brought him to the courthouse, he decided, well, then you just have to get out of this house. And this house is just for my children. So when he got an other woman, she couldn't take it. And she went by all means necessary doing some evil, abominable things. And this lady claims to say that she's a church-going woman. Die-hard Christian. You have neighbors who caught her passing her house every morning. My father died 2013. In the year when he died, a couple months before he died, or just say when he just got all of a sudden extremely sick, within 2 months he passed, got a heart attack home. She was passing every morning by the house, throwing things in the yard, in the front and in the back. You have 2 neighbors on the left, a woman and also a man on the right, who warned my father every time he was coming outside, because my father had pigeons. Yes, he had pigeons. He used to like to have, he loved birds. He used to like to come outside in the morning, feed the birds, open up the nest of the birds. I used to help himself change the water, Benny. I used to go change the water. He opened up the cage, let the birds fly, and those type of stuff. But sometimes he used to come outside with no shoes, and she had know that. You understand? He used to like to come outside with no shoes. He had a nice, he had a garden, nice setup. You know, in the garden, he had like a walkway. So he used to come outside with no shoes because he could have just walked on the walkway to the cage of the birds. So she know that. So she did that. And the neighbors used to warn him that, hey, Walter, I don't know what's going on, but we seen your ex-woman, your ex-wife passing here throwing things in the yard. But my father, kind of naive to the situations, spiritually blinded, right? Or that is spiritually blinded. But let me just say the evil entity has already hijacked his spirit, right? The evil entity through the vessel of my mother done already hijack his spirit. And little that he know that it was his demise. It was his demise. That's how he died. He didn't listen, and eventually within 2 months he got so sick and something with heart problem. It just went from one to another. In 2 months, everything just broke down. He got sick and he just died on the couch. They found him. The gardener found him the next day home. Died. So my mom wasn't living there. So when I came, I got the keys for the house. And I, set up everything. And I buried my father. And, I closed everything, accounts, everything. And he had a little bill on the house, like 100,000. Me and my brother took care of that. My brother my brother paid 60, I paid 40%. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna trip. My brother paid 60, 65, so I paid 35. For sure my brother paid more than me. I ain't even gonna trip. I paid some, but my brother paid the most. It was like half, and even half, he paid like 65, paid like 35. So that's it. And now the house is paid for and everything, but lately, since like 5 years ago, the lady fully shown who she is and what the plan was. You understand? This evil entities what I'm talking about, and these witches I'm talking about, who is hijacking women, using women as empty vessels to get at their partners, right? These evil entities. I'm suspecting these is entities from way back in ancient times, way back in the days, in the evil forests. Yes, way back when they didn't even have no more prison and all these stuff. Way back. These are some evil, gruesome entities were trying to stop divinity, the head of divinity. Because guess what? We all know is the divine, then comes man, woman, child, animals. It's some kind of entity trying to break that. And this ain't only now, no. This is generations upon generations. Just trying to break the black family, because that is black power. The foundation of black power is the black home, is the black family in love, togetherness, in unity. Want to break that. Want to break all the principles what we have and the morals and everything. So when I gotta analyze this entity, I realize that this entity is a real evil, gruesome entity. You know, what we fight it, because this entity, you can find it in all the parts of the world. In every family, you can find people like this. At this moment, I don't even speak to this lady because, which claims to say is my mother, because this lady 3 years ago, yeah, she showed who she is. She said what the whole plan was. I heard it live on a voice note. For a couple of days I was down and a little vexed, but I got over it. And right now I'm on the right track since 2.5 years. It's all good. But she said it live on a voice note. She hate me. She give it the way how she give it, just the plan what it was. She said the plan straight up. So now you know that is the plan. Okay, good. It manifests. That was your plan. This was your plan with your mother to do my father. Yeah. Hijack his spirit. Yes. We're going to hijack his children, son's spirit too. Yes. And we're going to kill his lineage. Yes. My brothers, spiritual brothers, we need to watch ourselves with the women them we put ourselves with. Can you believe, like, I have children with, like, my 2 daughters is with 2 different women, and these women self, when I watch these women self, it's like a repeat of the cycle, because I didn't know myself. And when I watch these 2 women, my mother had 3 children when she met my father. These 2 ladies had 2 children when I met them. And these 2 ladies, when I watched 2 of them, spiritually, 2 of them is witches also. Same thing, witches. So, you know, so most of the time it'll be like, thought like, you think it's like a person, and you'll get vexed at the person. But most of the time, when you really watch things from a spiritual standpoint, it's not a personal. That's why it named how witches hijack women against their partners. How evil entities hijack women against their partners. And that's why I'm calling it hijack. Because most of the women don't even know that they're being spiritually hijacked. They're under spiritually attacks. They don't even know that. They're empty, they're weak vessels being used by the ones in behind of them. That's what this thing is going about. The ones them who's behind of them. The witches in the mother form. The witches in the grandmother form. The witches in sister form. These type of things. These are things these are things I'm outlining. Talk truth, put devil to shame. These are things I'm speaking about right now. You understand? You understand? So what's going on is, right, I'm just wondering how the women, especially our black sisters, our black mothers, our black grandmothers, how can you people live with yourself? You know what I mean? How can you people live with yourself? A lot of y'all. Just like, let me have like just like a normal conversation, a normal dialogue. A lot of people. I have a lot of different experiences. I'm talking about the experience, no fiction over here. This is no fairy tale. We're talking experience of life. You have the most of these evil entities, witches in human form. To identify them, so simple. I done said it already. Check out the videos. Identify it undercover witch. Check out my videos, right? Mostly it's people who never went to school, never got an education, never got a diploma, never felt success in life, never felt love, never felt wanted, never felt peace, tranquility, never traveled the world, never saw things and different stuff. So they filled up with animosity and they filled up with hate. And these are the type of people where there's witches, right? Right? We go on again. The other ones, them who is poor, right? They're poor, but they go into church round the clock, bringing all the money to the church. Them the ones you need to look out for, because those is full-blown witches. Full-blown witches. Tie in, because that's what my mother was doing. My mother literally was doing that. And what she was just doing, she was literally tying down our destiny, trying to dissipate my father lineage. Probably she accomplished that with my brother, big brother, but she accomplished it with me. That's what got the facts, all of them facts. Right? What is going on? Yesterday I was by a friend of mine, good friend of mine, really good friend of mine, childhood friend of mine. This guy is one of the most, out of all of our childhood friends, I was like one, because I rebelled, because I was in church. I was like somebody who was wild because of church, because this thing of bringing me to church and forcing me to go to church. When I rebelled like really wild. I was on the streets, motorbikes and wild. I just wild. But this friend of mine, he's a real good human being. He raised good. He was raised with his mother and father, family vibes, home. Every time I'll be passing, going to play basketball, whatever, he'll be on a porch with his parents, and togetherness and unity and going to church. His father had a church and those type of stuff, you know what I mean? But besides the church and his father was a pastor, he grew, he got raised correct. So now I was there yesterday by him because, yeah, he had a girl, he had a relationship for a couple of years now, and at the start, his girl got like 2 miscarriages. And I think the second time is like the child was born, but then within 2 hours it had passed. So he was going through some rough times, and I had to encourage him at that time that he need to start to check his spirituality. I started to show him that there's certain things is blocked in the portal, and he need to start to clear a couple of things. He got to start to dig deep in his spirituality. And he took it upon himself to do that. And within a year, or within 2 years, if I could say, right now, he have 2 beautiful children, a son and daughter. His son, the son was the first one, so he called his son Lion. And the son now, pretty, just like you could just see that the sons, we are really the reincarnation of our fathers, that we don't leave. We don't go nowhere, you know what I mean? We're here and we're here to stay. So I passed yesterday to see his son and him, and he was explaining me certain vibes. And out of all the vibes, he was explaining to me, you could really get that the women at this moment, in this time, a lot of them don't know themselves. A lot of them caught up with trauma, caught up with depression, caught up with anxiety, caught up with childhood traumas, caught up in all sort of issues. Okay, but now this is where now ocean of truth Rabbeinu go and get at, right? It is really immature for a man to meet a woman and you gonna bring all your problems as a man to a woman. It's really immature. Then you're not a man. Okay, likewise for women. Women, it's also immature, right? For a woman, talk. You meet a woman and then she gonna take all of her problems and bring it to you. It's immature. Yeah. People, work on yourself. Please. You have problems, work on yourself. Nobody out here is no therapy. I don't even understand. Work on yourself. Nobody is obligated to help you with nothing. Work on yourself. Yes. Don't think that, oh, you gonna meet a man and a man gonna take all your stress. Or I gonna meet a woman and she gonna take all my baggage of stress. You're unmatured. You're an idiot. A fool. Foolish. Yeah. Who's saying you? You're foolish. Yes, so. Come on now. Work on yourself. Watch yourself in the mirror, right? It starts by realizing, hey, I have a problem. Yes. The way how I was raised, the way how my mother never gave me love. But I know it's like my father looked like he didn't love me, but he did love me. Because after he died, I realized, hey, my father did love me. Because your whole life, your mother always been telling you your father bad. Don't forget now. Outside on the road, my father had a good reputation now. When my father died, he had more like 1,000 people came from all over the world just to see this man now. He was a manager in a hotel now. When I came there that night, the night before we buried him, hey, you want to see people come from all over the world. Tell Russia, Germany, Canada, all over the world. White people crying for my father. Look him there. And one person, all my life, 40 years, telling me that this man, who's my God, is bad, is evil. This lady have 5 children, 5 children. My mother have 5 children. She never built a house for one child. My father have 2 children and built a house for us. Who evil? You see? We're going to tell truth today and put devil to shame. A lot of your women is witches. Mothers, grandmothers are talking to directly at this moment. Are you witches? Are you start to come out? I am being led by evil entities. I better start to come out. This is 2026. This is the time to come out. I come out already. I'm a spiritual warrior. I'm sick of all this evilness. I'm sick of it. You understand? Death don't exist. So I ain't even afraid to death. All I'm afraid of, that when I have to transcend, that I want to leave generational wealth for my children. That's all. But for the rest, bro, I don't even know how I feel in these days, bro. The fire away in me, bro. A lot of your mothers is wicked and are you evil. Give her your next story. My second sister, when I was don't forget I'm a young child out of 5 children. I remember that my mother came home with a story. Yeah, there's that, pop. Yeah, you don't know, somebody came to my job. She used to work like in a clothing store, you know. Clothing store, where they sell clothes. Everybody know a clothing store, bro. Not like 1 or 2 people are working in a clothing store, bro. At least 20 people is working there, bro. A 3-story store, clothing store. At least 20 people, at least 30 people in there, bro. Bro, you are not in the aisle where you be. You're not standing there alone, bro. You have other two co-workers, bro. Hear the story, yeah? Hear it. Yeah, somebody came to my job and somebody said they see Vanessa picture in Haiti where they do evil things and evilness. But I was a young boy, you know. You could believe, bro, that took like 30, how much years after when I become spiritual, when my first eye open, when the pineal gland open, when I could see through the eye of the needle. Bro, at night, the energies them come to me again. I reveal something to me. I say, eh? And they start to tell me, big sense from nonsense. You remember when your mother come and tell you that story back in the days when your aunt was there? You hear that story and you hear how she was going on, how they were going on. Big sense from nonsense. And you remember how your sister was living? And after she said that, how after your sister started to live? Oh, yeah. Here what the divination now came. Here what it revealed. What it revealed to me is But Ruben, this story, what she bring, how nobody never questioned her and asked her if that's true now? Or, like, where's the evidence that it's true? If somebody come in a shop where you got a clothing shop where 20 people walk in, most naturally you could walk over hear that. You have somebody who could say like, yeah, I did hear that. Like, yeah, I was there, I heard that. The person did came. Up to now, that person ain't nowhere to be found. How? No, this is where your mind, and not, this is where the faculty thinking your mind will walk if you have a one, right? You're going to ask yourself, but wait, how she going to come with a story so while nobody else cannot, nobody else is like a witness to the story? Then you don't know already, bye. Foul play. The same lady hiding under mother, which don't put the bid in. Don't give the person your picture and tell the person, yes, you go in Haiti, you going to do bad work, look my daughter picture, yes, tie her down, take a lock, take a destiny. That's what the energy is revealed to me. It made I done 3 years ago, called my sister. I went to the island 3 years ago where I came from, and I didn't say nothing, but when I came back, I called her, and I just told her something like, you so stupid. And I revealed this to her, and I just showed her that you could just see that all your people is really spiritually blinded and spiritually dumb. Like, y'all is really like empty vessels, walking dead. I see this in my own eyes, bro. Because mothers is full of jealousy. The demon in them, right? They feel that life was so unfair to them. They're making children. Y'all know that they have women that make children and they don't really love the child. Okay. I hope, this is ocean of truth here. We talking only truth here. I hope you know that. You got women who making children or have children, but they don't love the child. I hope you know that. Today, I talking truth and put devil to shame. Look what happened to my father. My father could have been here right now still living if he had just listened to his mother. Just say, okay, good. Mommy, you tell me that? Cool. Tell my mother, I don't want nothing to do with you. So simple. It's left or right. Ain't in between. Done. Your peace is non-negotiable. Ain't no playing with nobody. You understand? And I realized this in my life at this moment. That life is so easy. Life so sweet. And I realized how much I fight, but not only that I fight, the ancestors, the power of the ancestors were over me, the divine protection what helped me fight. And now how I reach here, I so spiritually awakened that I don't know already like, yo, what's the calling and what I need to do and what I know exactly don't do. You know, these are the type of women your mother say, but go to school, get a diploma, get a job, work hard, and you gotta marry these type of woman. Where it's empty vessels being used by the witches, by the evil entities, or hijacking them under serious spiritual attack against their partners. And 9 out of the 10 times, the partners is who? Spiritual warriors. Who? Spiritual beings. Who? Spiritual gods, kings, strong masculine energies, trying to do what? Break us, put us down. Trying to do what? Break the home. Foundation of black, the power of black power is the black family. Break these type of things. Right? Take father away from children. No, because children only need mother. Yeah? Try to break the Godhead. When it's divinity, man, woman, child, and then animals. So this is evil entities. This is generation upon generation out here. So we, as spiritual beings, are talking to the people that will have families at this moment, to start to know yourself, okay? And start and get out of this low vibrational vibes and get up on a higher frequency and start to know oneself and know what you're doing and know certain choices what you're doing. Don't even make those choices because 9 out of the 10 times is stupid choices. Choices we don't even know what we're doing. And it's mashing up years to come, legacies to come, generations upon generations to come. Yeah, man. It's time for us to know ourselves. You understand? So again, let me give the last one with my friend. And it's a real good guy of mine, friend of mine. And he was sharing some stories yesterday with me. And it was really like a kind of vibe because right now he has his children, they have a family, and everything is going good. But all of a sudden he telling me like a kind of shift in the girl. and what a girl is saying, the type of things a girl is telling him. You know? Yes, he was telling me this. I was shocked. And this is how I even came about to make these videos. He was telling me something. I was so shocked. So he's living in a nice house, clean, in a quiet spot. He cook, he clean, he do everything. She don't gotta do nothing. The guy said, the girl is just like, she telling me like, yeah, she don't feel love, and yeah, she feel like she just only there for sex, and she just move out. She don't want to live in this quiet place. She want to go back in the city where it's busy. I'm like standing up shocked, bro. Cause he talking, bro. I'm done in the spiritual realm, telling him, bro, you can't see this is a spiritual attack. You mean that here was quiet? Wait, bro, when we shut our mouth, you just hearing birds, bro. He got like his door open and stuff. You just hearing birds. So quiet it is, bro. Peaceful. All of a sudden, after 4 years, bro, I just started telling him, bro, you need to get up again on your spirituality. You just get on it and you just get off it. There's something going on because you seen that you're under spiritual attack. The girl is not herself. It's somebody behind using her. She's a empty vessel. They done hijack her spirit. She under spiritual attack trying to get to you. Because I know he's a spiritual being. This guy grew up in a church. His father's a pastor. This guy ain't no Christian. This guy is the only person out of all his brothers who stepped to his father, done ask his father, grown, breaking things in the Bible, and his father couldn't explain. And he said, hey, bro, okay? Way before he's spiritual, this guy been and all kind of knowledge, show him all kind of things and telling man how things is not the way how it seems, you know. This was a friend of mine, not only just pull up by him and get knowledge, but I used to like to go by him because he could have dissect and for the Bible good. Could have show you where they take out things and where they twist things. And I tell you, this guy is the only guy in his family who stepped to his father and his father couldn't answer him. Actually, his father started to cuss because all his father could do, resort to weakness because his father couldn't explain certain things. You see me? You check it. So I don't know this man is under spiritual attack. That's when the evil entities walking through the empty vessel, which is the women, to get at us, spiritual beings, to get at the men. Right? There's a lot of other things, a lot of other experiences I could give you all, but I'm gonna just wrap it up with the last one. Right? You have mothers out here who is tying down their children's destiny. Because don't forget, it's generations to generations now. So you have like grandmother who done tie down their children, and their children know about this. So when they know, they going in their life, they going with like animosity in their life, you know. Because they feeling like animosity what the parents done did them, or my mother don't do me this, you know. So when they make children, they never saw it that, this stopped by me. I'm not doing it to my child. No, they carry on that tradition. They carry it on, that evil tradition. The evilness, they carry it on. And it's we who have to break this thing. That is stopped by us. That's how I told myself yesterday, and I'm going to tell myself every day. It stopped by me. After me, it stopped. Yes. We have to break all of these evilness. So my spiritual brothers, keep your eyes out there. Right? Keep your eyes out there. Stay prayed up, stay shielded up. You know, it's a pity we have to go through these things. But yes, so it's life. To the mothers, I don't really know what to say at this moment because until I on a real now, I disappointed to the high floor now, the highest floor now. If the building, if the building 18 floor now, I disappointed. I on the 18th floor now. I really disappointed now because a lot of you I like, what you got to offer? If you don't have no value, you don't have nothing to offer. Where is the real mothers? Drop a comment. If a real mother hearing this video, please drop a comment, please. A real grandmother with principles, drop a comment, please. The real grandmother who will light fire in the night, cook food, put everybody to sit down and tell them the real principles of life, the morals and standards of life. Drop a comment, please. Please, also the truth want to see that comment. The real mothers. The mothers, I ain't gonna be disrespecting, but I disappointed. The grandmother self, I even self going there, cause I don't want to see her, yo. One grandmother I got, look at right there. And then finally, look at that, lovable grandmother. I don't want to see, I don't want to hear people. To the mothers, one thing I gotta say, the way how are you doing things, and are you in your mind think that the way how are you doing things, that is correct? I don't know that are you damaging so much in this realm? Are you damaging so much people's lives? Are you damaging so much things emotionally, spiritually, mentally? Bro, if are you mothers only know the damages are you doing, bro. So that's why I said, I'm really disappointed. I'm gonna just leave it there. You know what I mean? But yeah, to my spiritual gods, my spiritual kings, my brothers, don't forget, we have evil entities hijacking women. Because women, not all of them on high frequency, a lot of them on low vibration. You know, doing things out of the lower self. So they are weak vessels. The entities know that, using them, weak portals, the weak link. And through them, getting at us. So we need to stay shielded up. We need to stay protected. So yes, to my viewers, to my fans, thanks once more for watching this program. Thanks for being here on Ocean of Truth with your boy Rai Benu. And I just hope somebody get the message out of this video. Okay? And let me just stay shield up. Let me stay pray up. And don't forget, always be in the spirit. Spiritually discerning who is who and watching, listening keenly to the voices. Because not every voice is good. Okay? So to my fans and my subscribers and my folks, have a nice day. Have a wonderful day. Until the next time.